In this video, I am going to discuss about what is HTML and why we use HTML, what is an element in HTML, and also I am going to discuss about a basic page structure of this HTML. Let us get into the topic, that is why we use HTML. That means when we open the website, we are going to see some of the images or text or some of the buttons or such elements. We can see all these elements, right? To get those elements, we are going to use this HTML. I will show one of the example, one of the website which uses HTML. In that website, we can see how they used HTML to get images and all. I'm going to show the example of Amazon e-commerce website. See, here we have some, in this website we have some logos, text images, some text and all, right? These all the elements we are going to add by using HTML. Okay, I will show you how we can add these elements in the website. Okay, let's get into the topic. Full form of HTML is HyperText Markup Language. So in this video, I am going to discuss about what is HTML, what is an HTML element, how we are going to create those HTML elements, and a basic page structure, a basic structure of HTML file, and I'm going to show how we can create and get output for HTML page by using normal notepad file at first, and in the later videos I'm going to show all those things by using a VS Code, that is a Visual Studio Code. Let us get into the topic. What is Hypertext Markup Language? HTML, that is Hypertext Markup Language, is the structural blueprint of a web page that tells a browser how digital content should be arranged, connected and displayed using tagged elements such as text, media, links and interactive sections. Previously I showed one e-commerce website, right? That is Amazon e-commerce website. In that I have shown some of the images and text and all linked in that, added in that website, right? That's the thing we are discussing here. It acts like the skeleton of the web, giving meaning and organization to everything users see and interact with the online. Okay, I will explain this with some examples. That is, in e-commerce website, we want some product. How we can going to recognize that product? That means we are going to search that product with some name, or we are in that website it's going to display it by using some name, right? By seeing that, we are going to know that the product was the product which we are searching for, right? Like that, we are going to add, if we want some product reviews, or if we want some product details, that product details and some photos are going to add by using this HTML only. Or we want to add some logos in the website, or we want to get some such option, or we want to get some buttons, or whatever the elements in the website we are going to see, those all are going to add by using HTML only. If you want to design those elements, that is, I want one image, later one text, and some buttons later by those elements. We want to arrange those elements in a single line. How we are going to arrange? For that arrangements, we are going to use CSS, that is Cascading Style Sheet. I am going to discuss that CSS later in later videos. First we are going to discuss how we can add those elements by using this HTML. Okay. Hypertext refers to the links that connect one web page to another. Okay, if we want one product, if we want to select one product, firstly we are going to see that product in display page, right? Later we are going to click that product. We are getting some details for that product and all in some page, right? In that links between those two web pages. that is called hypertext. That means when we click one product, we are going to get some other web page, right? The linking between those two web pages are we can call those that thing means hypertext. Okay. Markup language means a system of tags used to organize and display content in a web browser. Later, before we have discussed, we are going to get text, media, links and all in our web page by using this hypertext markup language, right? This markup language refers to those tags. In HTML, we are going to add all the elements by using tags only. I will discuss later what is tag and why we use those and all. So hypertext markup language is a language used to create and connect web pages using tags. Fully, that is hypertext markup language means it is the language how we can create a web page. That means we are going to add some images or text and whatever the elements we want, we are going to add those elements and we are going to connect web page by web page. That means we want some details for one product. We are going to click that product. We are getting some other details. In that also we are going to have some images, text and all, right? That the whole thing is going to represent hypertext markup language. Clear? Next, what is an HTML element? That is, I'm telling IN element. What is that? That means an HTML element is a web page unit made using an open tag, content and a closing tag. The content is written between the tags to display information in a browser. So if you want some text to display in our website, we are going to create a tag. Tag means, see here we have tag. We have some tags to represent the text, images and all. I will discuss later. Firstly, I am going to discuss what is an element. So open tag and what are the content we want to display in the website. We are going to add that content here and we want to close that tag. This is the syntax of an element. Example, if you want to create a paragraph for a product, we are going to add this tag, that is a paragraph tag. It's going to represent by using open P, that is P represents paragraph tag, and we are going to add the content which we want to add website here, and later we want to close that tag. Here for open we don't having this /. For closing tag we are going to add tag name. Before tag name we are going to add /. Okay. Here P is the open tag, as I discussed before. P is called as this is called as open tag. This is the content, paragraph content which we want to display in our website. Later we want to close that tag. Okay. Next, I want to discuss about page structure. What are the elements we want to write in the code, basic HTML code. Okay, HTML page structure is the organized layout of an HTML document that helps a browser understand and display web page content correctly. If we want to create a website, we want some title of that website and we want some headings and all, right? So for that we are going to have some basic structure, that is document type. This document type is going to declare a document as HTML. Here we are the whole thing is known as document, right? The code which we write in this page, we are going to tell that as document. So here, before we are writing this HTML code, we are declaring that it is HTML document by using doc type element. Later HTML element, that is the whole root element for this code is known as HTML element. Okay. The code which we want to write, all we have to write all that code in this HTML tag only. Later in this HTML tag we have head. That is, in this head we are going to write title name and meta tag, whatever we want. Those things are going to write in this head. In head we have wrote title, that is page title. I have taken some other title. We can write whatever the title we want, and also want to close that head element. That is, see here head section is written in this head element. Later body. In body we are going to write what are the elements, what are the things we want to display in our website. Okay, here I wrote heading h1. We have headings, 6 headings. I will discuss those also in next videos. I took h1 heading and paragraph tag. These are known as HTML elements. I will show one example, basic example for this basic structure. This I am going to write some basic structure, some basic code to represent basic structure of HTML. So I am going to write code. That is, first we have to represent a document type. Doc type HTML, and later we are going to write a HTML tag. As I discussed before, this is root element. Whatever the code we want to write, we are going to write in this HTML element only. Now I am going to write head element. In this head we are going to write a title of the web page and all. Title. Now I am going to take a basic structure. Right. Now I am taking body element. The content which we want to get in our website, we are going to add that content in this body tag. Now I want some heading h1. Hi. This is HyperText Markup Language. Class. Right? And now I'm going to take some paragraph tag, and in this paragraph tag I'm going to write some content. That is, this is used to learn how to add elements in website. Right? This is the basic structure of HTML code. Okay. Now I'm going to save this file. In the files which we want to save, we want to add .html extension, right? Basic structure. Okay, I saved that file. See, here we have that file. We are going to open that file. See, here we got the basic structure. See, the title which we wrote in title tag, it's going to display here, basic structure, and the heading tag which we wrote is here. Okay, this is paragraph tag. In this way we are going to add some text, headings and all, title and all, by using some basic structure. Okay, by using Notepad we can create a HTML file like this. In further classes I am going to use Visual Studio Code to create a HTML code.